Hey everybody, it's Stock Picks by Tim, and I'm sorry I ghosted you guys for the last couple of days. I've been extremely busy. But in this video, if you can't tell by the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about VGX token and also the Voyager app. There have been a lot of recent changes, and I'm going to highlight all of them. Now, if you don't have a place to buy VGX token yet, I do have a link for you down below, and they'll give you $50 worth of Bitcoin for signing up. So you're already off the bat getting a 50% gain. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It definitely helps me greatly. And first off, let's just look at how the market's doing today. First off, looking at TradingView's heat map, you'll see that, large cap tech is definitely relatively green. It's a bit mixed across the board. And small caps are seeing a bit of the same action. We've got stocks like Astra and Indy up almost 4 or 5%. Meanwhile, we've got stocks like Bingo, Workhorse down 2%. So honestly, the market today is quite mixed. However, I would say it's more green than red. And you'll see in the last 24 hours for cryptos that they're all generally up. But it's definitely nice to see the overall market still on a bit of a recovery. And a lot of these small caps that we look at remain bullish, at least as far as the technicals are concerned. But the whole point of this video is VGX, so first off, let's look at what actually changed for Voyager's platform. So first off, they added a couple more tiers. You can be part of the loyalty program with only 100 VGX now, and that sets you as a Maverick, which across the board you essentially get 7% VGX annual reward. But what really changes is some of the exclusive perks and also the refer a friend boost. And also don't forget crypto back on trades. So you start at 1 times, 2 times, then it continues upwards, all the way up to 8 times if you're a navigator. And also the farther you get down the rewards list, you get more and more crypto back on the USDC based debit card. So that's another huge thing. And it also looks like you may be getting some NFTs depending on the tier you're in. And as you get deeper and deeper into the loyalty rabbit hole, you can essentially get even more exclusive NFTs and also better customer support. So it's very interesting how they're kind of changing things up. And I think it's good that they added Maverick so that now people with a very small VGX holdings can be a part of the loyalty program. And also another big deal is you can now collect VGX for everyday actions, such as doing direct deposit, completing recurring buys, and also using your debit card. And also, as I said, each tier gives you more crypto back, meaning basically you'll get extra VGX every time that they can beat the quoted price to you. And of course, don't forget their USDC based debit card, which will give you up to 3% crypto back rewards. Of course, it does depend on the tier you're in. But this is definitely some big changes for VGX. And now let's look at the technicals and kind of see what's been happening lately for it. So looking at VGX, we are still in this nice upward trend, although it is possible we are about to break it. But looking at it very recently, we are creating new higher lows and higher highs. And when we had that huge run, the $1.30 did become our resistance. Big surprise. You'll see back here that that was our long time support. You'll see back here, we hit it right there, and that once we broke out of that, it just caused an acceleration of selling. And now that's very likely to become our resistance level. Now, as I said in my last video, on the pullback from that $1.30, from these huge spikes, I figured we were going to test $1, likely break $1, and then possibly find 80 cents as a support, or even 75 cents. Now, I personally think now's a great time to add into VGX, and the hype from this little upgrade definitely has died down. And I personally don't expect this to come much farther down if Bitcoin continues where it's at. So I think that event was a bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news like we expected. But I think now's a good time to start adding to VGX again. I do think the downside risk is relatively limited, and I think the only way that this is going to come down to 75 cents, which was going to be my buy order, which was going to be my area to buy, I do think the only way it can come down towards that is if Bitcoin does break down, 28,000, something like that. So when looking long term, I don't care if it's 73 cents, I don't care if it's 83 cents, I still think VGX is a great time to add to, especially while it's under $1. Just be aware that there might be a different strategy with this one. You could always wait for it to break that $1.30 resistance, and once we break from there, that might be a great time to add in, set a stop loss, and let that thing run. But I'm definitely more of a long-term investor. I'd say I'm a 90% long-term investor with like a 10% once in a while options, sometimes just swing trades, riding momentum, stuff like that. But what kind of investors are you guys, and especially in terms of VGX? How do you like to trade this one? Are you looking at it long term? Are you just here for the rewards and long term? Or are you trying to swing it? Are you waiting for a price target? Let me know down below in the comments. And thanks for stopping by.